The stocks discussed on Phil's Gang are not in any way a recommendation or solicitation to buy, sell, or hold. If considering acting on information presented, we first recommend you seek out a competent, licensed professional for advice. Get ready for the radio show that tells you what Wall Street doesn't want you to know.
Oh, I'm a money magnet. Money's coming to me. Money sets me free. I'm a money magnet. Money's coming to me.
It's your daily dose of how to manage your money. And now it's time for Phil's Gang on the Off the Wall Street Radio Network. With your host, Phil Grandy.
And welcome to Phil's Gang. Okay, the stock market, people are scared to death when they hear short stocks. You make more money shorting stocks than you ever do buying stocks. And everybody's scared to death shorting stocks. Well, that's because Wall Street made you scared. Wall Street has lied to you over years and told you how dangerous it is. Well, it's no more dangerous than buying a stock. It isn't. And I'm going to show you that today. But right now, let's talk about, again, the stock market. What makes a stock go up is storytelling. Once they put the story in, the institutions will come in and buy the stock themselves. And when they push it up and make enough money for themselves, in other words, when I say institutions, I'm saying that when you got the banks, the big banks, Bank of America, Goldman Sachs, all the big banks, Morgan Stanley, what these people do is they go out and find customers, okay, pensions, whether it's teachers union, steel union, whatever union, and they want to represent them and take their pension money and invest it for them. That's what they want to do. Or companies. They go to companies and take their pension money and invest it for them. And they also do investment banking for the companies, mergers, acquisitions. So they have a relationship. And their job is to make sure that pension makes money. So they have all the inside information to make that money. People really think the stocks go up because of what a company does, or there's some hot stock tip. I used to love these hot stock tips. There's no such thing as a hot stock tip. There's no such thing as easy money. There is no way to make money easy. No way to make money easy. The people who make money easy are crooks, are criminals, because they don't want to work. They don't want to work. It's really hard to make money. And the stock market's no different. But I don't care if you're a dentist. I don't care if you're a mason. I don't care if you are a store clerk. Whatever you make, you really earn twice of that. You really do. You deserve twice that. But the problem is people are limited with they only can make so much money. Especially the worst thing in the world is wages. Wages keep people down. Why do you think there's entrepreneurs? Entrepreneurs don't go on wage. They don't want wages. Entrepreneurs are like free spirits. They love, it's not the love of making money to do what they do. Entrepreneurs just love the deal. They love the excitement. And some people can't be an entrepreneur. It's not in their blood. They don't want to take risks. But doesn't mean you can't make money in the stock market. Over 85% of the people in the stock market lose money. You know why? Because they think they give their money to a stranger. 401ks are the biggest ripoff ever. The fees in 401ks now, it's been like 30 years since we started 401ks. Now it's coming around, and all the baby boomers are starting to retire. And all you see in the newspaper day after day now, all the lawsuits with 401ks, all the lawsuits, all fees. Because you can't make money. Because the people who make money in the 401ks, not you, it's Wall Street. The fees they charge is incredible. So if you're going to make money in the stock market, you got to use technology, because we're in a technological world. Do you know when you buy a stock, the first thing you look at is see if there is a W formation? That's right, a W. You know what a W is? A, B, C, D, E, a W. Do you know a W formation on a chart? A simple W. Anybody in the world, a child, would know when institutions are buying. You imagine that? If you're going to be in a stock, see, there's two kind of investors. The investor wants to be in a stock from 2 to 5, 2 to 6 days. And then you got the long-term investor who wants to be in a stock from 2 to 6 months. So we have two different charts. We have the one who wants to be in 2 to 6 months, long-term, who don't have much time, who are busy all the time. They don't have time. That's ideal for them because the color code technology tells them when to buy and when to sell. Then we have the other students who love action. And they want to trade between 2 and 5 days, and they use our MV1 technology. And on the MV1 technology, we show them that a simple W tells you that Vanguard or T. Rowe Price or Bank of New York or JP Morgan is buying that particular stock. If you don't have that W formation and a stock goes from 36 to 46 and there's no W, it's just a V goes straight up, you have no clue that stock is not going to hold. It's not going to hold. You have no idea. Patterns tell you everything. There's only a few patterns, like 5 patterns, major patterns. So easy. So easy. So the whole idea of the stock market is one big scam. To get the group thinkers really believing that Wall Street knows something more than you do. That they know more about this company than you do. They have some certain skill that you don't have. It's all BS. It used to be before the discount brokerage, when a broker was making $200 and $300 every time he sold you shares, because it was his job to get in there and read the 10Ks and find undervalued companies and get you in them, and then he watches management for you every day and took care of you, and he made big money. But once discount brokerage came, it was the end of that. They went from $200 down to $5 or $10. That's when the whole thing changed. And that's when all the big brokerage houses, instead of being a true broker, matching a buyer and a seller, they said, none of this. We're going to buy the stock first. We'll tell a story about it, move the price up, and we'll unload it. I used to always tell my students, anytime a broker calls, they got a hot stock and it's $36, ask them, why are they selling it to me so hot? Ask the broker if it's what they call a store stock, which means it's a stock that the company owns. They go, they're not going to tell you. Why should I be so lucky you're going to sell me the stock at $36? You bought it first. Why would you sell it to me? We don't swap spit with each other. We're not pals. Why am I so lucky it's going to go up? Why should I buy it from you? See, people don't get that. So all you got to do to make money in a stock, and that's why I believe we got the best teaching format in the country. I know we do. For heaven's sakes, for $39.95 a month, are you kidding? $39.95. Nobody. And the reason why I started at $39.95, and I never changed the price, $39.95. I've had this price now for 15 years. Why? Because I want people to come to to Phil's gang. I want them to learn. I want them to enjoy the stock market. Make it so simple for them. And then they make money to give money to St. Jude. That's all we ever ask. I've always kept that price down at $39.95. And so that people can come in and they can make money, keep the expense down. They can also buy a chart for $24.95 if they want. We've been doing this a long time. Here's the number, 877-600-GANG. Join my gang. Or export number.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy, philsgang.com. It's always about fees. That's right. It's always about fees. When you're investing in anything, it's about fees, but especially 401ks. Let me explain to you how you get screwed with a 401k. Nobody will tell you this. You'll be told with a $25,000 investment, your 401k will return 7%, and over 30 years, you'll retire with a nest egg of $226,000 with a fee of 0.5%. That is a lie. Do you know if you just bump it from 0.5% to 1.5%, that $226,000 drops to 160? With 2% fee, it drops to 123. But you know what most fees are? 3%. So you're going to drop almost below $100,000. Join my gang, philsgang.com, and get rid of that 401k. It is not for your benefit.
Isn't it time you reduce your fear of investing? Find out more at philsgang.com, philsgang.com, or call 877-600-4264, 877-600-4264, 877-600-4264.
Hi, I'm Phil Grant at philsgang.com. Everybody says, I hear it everywhere, no matter where I go, I'm not going to get in the stock market because it's rigged. And I think, what are you, nuts? That's exactly why I want to get into the market. Here, listen to this.
We front-loaded at the Federal Reserve an enormous rally in order to accomplish a wealth effect.
But we front-loaded at the Federal Reserve an enormous rally. So are you telling me you don't want to get into a market where they front-loaded an enormous rally, where they fixed it to go up? You don't want to get in? What are you, nuts? Of course you want to get in. See, your fear is, once you get in, you're fearful you're not going to get out in time. Well, that fear is gone. That's why I designed the Max Investor 1000, the color code technology. It'll get you out before it crashes. Believe me. Join my gang, philsgang.com.
Isn't it time you reduce your fear of investing? Find out more at philsgang.com, philsgang.com, or call 877-600-4264, 877-600-4264, 877-600-4264. Are you ready to get serious about your financial future? Reduce your debt, pay off those student loans, and prepare for retirement. Taking control of your finances can be intimidating, but with philsgang.com, you will be educated and guided to make smart investment decisions in the stock market. If the market is up or down, philsgang.com is the only source where you'll learn how to trade stocks and how to invest in the stock market using professional-level skills and strategies. For more information, go to philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG, 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy at philsgang.com. You hear me talk about 401ks every day on my radio show. Why? Because it's such a disservice. 89 million Americans have a 401k. There's 638,000 plans. And the father of the 401k, Ted Brenner, even admitted they're a scam. He doesn't endorse them anymore because of the ridiculous fees. You got to get away from those fees. Remember, every 1% fee, they take 30% of your retirement money. The average fund is 2.5%. 60% of the money is going to be gone when you're ready to retire. You don't need to do that. There's an alternative. Join my gang, philsgang.com. philsgang.com. Seek out the alternative. Give yourself a break. philsgang.com. Sign up today.
Find out more at philsgang.com, philsgang.com, or call 877-600-4264, 877-600-4264, 877-600-4264.
As a mother, you don't want to have to worry about this bill is coming, but then she needs this chemo. That's a decision you shouldn't have to make.
At St. Jude, a family never sees a bill at all. It's like the world has been lifted off of your shoulders.
The treatment doesn't get any better than what you receive at St. Jude. It saved my life. It saved my daughter's life. It saved our family.
St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. Finding cures. Saving children. Learn more at stjude.org.
Hi, I'm Phil Grant at philsgang.com. Most people get involved with a 401k because of the employer match. They really believe that there's free money. There's no free money. It's a scam. Here's how it works. You ever notice that you can't get the money all at once? Why not? Why don't they just give you the match all at once? Why over 6 years? Because they know only 12% of the people who work for a company stay for 6 years or more. Only 12% are there for 6 years. That's why they plugged it to 6 years. They know you're not going to stay. So it's not for your benefit. It's for the benefit of the company. It's a scam. There's an alternative, though. Phil's Gang. Join my gang. philsgang.com. philsgang.com.
Find out more at philsgang.com, philsgang.com, or call 877-600-4264, 877-600-4264, 877-600-4264, 877-600-4264. Are you ready to make profits in the stock market? Why not check out philsgang.com or give us a call, 877-600-4264. Now, here's Phil.
And welcome back to Phil's Gang. You know, when I listen to Hillary Clinton and the rest of they're unbelievable. You know, how she's going to create jobs. It gets me grumpy. Government creates jobs. That's not what they do. It's unbelievable. They're going to create jobs. That's not the function of government. The function of government is to create an environment for entrepreneurs to come in and create jobs. Any government official thinks they can create a job. Are you nuts? A bureaucrat? Bureaucrats who do nothing well. They're lazy. They want to be average. Are you kidding? And here's the problem. What these people don't get. The government can't create wealth. The government can't create jobs. The government can't create income. Because government has to take money from somebody before it can spend it. There's no economic gain from anything the government does. Money collected in taxes or borrowed would have been either spent or invested in the private sector. Any jobs government claims to have created are only in place of other jobs the same money would have produced if people had been allowed to spend it themselves. That's nuts. You know, it's hard to make money, especially accumulate money. It's hard to accumulate money when you're on a wage. If you could just take a little bit of that money and be confident that you can put it in the stock market, there's no better place as long as you know what you're doing. And that's what we do here at Phil's Gang. And right now we have a special that if you join the gang, it's $39.95, and then you get for 4 weeks free my MPC chart. It's the color-coded technology chart, which tells you when to, MV2. And when you get it's a color-coded chart that tells you when to buy and when to sell by color, and it works. And I know most people don't believe that when they hear me over the radio. When I say when it's red, you get out, when it's green, you get in. And that's why I offer it free. This is not a TV show. You can't see it. Yes, you can come online and you can see it, but you get my point. Nobody's ever going to believe. You're driving your car right now, listen to me. Do you believe me when I say to you, you have to know, you don't have to know anything about Starbucks, nothing. And you can make money. You can make money. Just buy it when it turns green. Because when it turns green, the institutions are putting their money in. And these institutions work together. The same group of institutions like Vanguard and JP Morgan and Morgan Stanley and Citigroup and Goldman Sachs, they all work together, and they own Starbucks, they own Home Depot. You see? And when they decide the stock's going to go up, they're going to push it up. It's not about earnings. It's not about profits anymore. Those days are gone forever. Why do you think we have interest-free money? What do you think is keeping the stock market up? So the CEOs can go and borrow money interest-free and buy their own shares. And the market keeps going up and up and up and doesn't come down until one day it will come down. This is the third biggest bubble we'll ever have. This bubble is going to be huge. I want you to learn how to protect yourself. I want you to learn how to protect yourself. Know when the market's going to go down, especially if you have a 401k or a mutual fund. Wouldn't you want to know when the market's going to go down this time? You didn't know during the dot-coms you got hurt. $8 trillion wiped out in stock equity. You didn't know during the housing and financial crash, $6 trillion in stock equity, $11 trillion in home equity, all gone. You didn't know when to get out. Well, you're going to know when to get out using a chart. And it's easy. I'm not making this up. And you can decide if you want to use the MV2. That's for people who are busy, and they don't have time to come to any of my classes or get any of my alerts. They just don't have time. So we work with them based on the color chart. And we assist them and help them, and there's no better service. You're not going to get any better customer service than with us. And we're there to help you. Nobody, should ever get hurt when the stock market crashes. Because with the color-coded chart, you are well ahead of the market. You can see when institutions are pulling out. So many stocks that collapsed last week, or even when we had that 400 point sell-off. Weeks before it turned red. Weeks before it turned red. On May 20th, on September 9th, we had a stock on September 9th. It was green. It was doing well. It started on August 30th, looking good. It started to expand on September 6th, started to expand on September 7th. It was holding nicely September 8th. But guess what? It turned red on September 9th, telling us the institutions were pulling their money out. And when they pull their money out, the stock goes down 10 times faster than when it's going up. It's a perfect thing for somebody who is really busy. And wouldn't you want to know for 24, if you join the gang and then you get it for free for 4 weeks, then if you like it and you're convinced it's not a gimmick, it works, then keep it. And then you don't have to be a gang member either. You can just say you can buy just the $24.95 after 4 weeks, and just stick with the $24.95. And if you're still in your 401k, what a wonderful thing being in a mutual fund 401k. You're going to know when it's going to crash this time. You're going to know, because this thing's never wrong. You're going to know. You never knew the last time the market crashed. You kept calling your broker. Should I get out? Should I get out? This time when it's red, you know not only get out but to short it. And as I said, a stock, it's interesting. It's not hard. Stock market is not hard to invest in. It's so easy with today's technology. Like I explained, on a chart, just a little W formation tells you money is going into that stock if you're using our MV1 chart. For people who want to have a little action between 2 and 5 days. It tells you when to get out. You get another pattern that identifies for you through candlesticks when to get out. It's amazing. A little bit of knowledge. Join my gang, 877-600-GANG. Get your free MV2 color-coded chart now when you sign up.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG.
Do you invest in a 401k or an IRA? Did you know you could lose 30, 40, even 50% of your investments when the market crashes? It's time you take control of your investments. For over 15 years, philsgang.com's Phil Grandy has been teaching, coaching, and investing right along with all Phil's Gang members, making profits when the market is up or down. philsgang.com posts daily market updates, has a live investing class, and all material is archived. Sounds too good to be true? Why not join thousands of satisfied Phil's Gang customers today? Go to philsgang.com, philsgang.com, or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. 877-600-4264.
For more information, simply go to philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264.
philsgang.com.
Phil Grandy is a career businessman who's also been an entrepreneur all his life. He's used his business skills to take companies on the abyss of bankruptcy and bringing them back to profitability. Phil has been honored by Inc. magazine for the 500 fastest growing privately held companies and has been recognized with a prestigious Entrepreneur of the Year award. From the real estate to gas and oil industries to the stock market, Phil Grandy has mastered his line of business from start to finish. And with a passion and desire to make you a profitable investor, only Phil teaches you and guides you to make informed, unemotional investment decisions. And you'll gain the knowledge of what Wall Street doesn't want you to know. If you want to learn from the best and strengthen your ability to invest, then turn to Phil Grandy and philsgang.com. Simply call Phil's Gang at 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Or go to philsgang.com.
Do you invest in a 401k or an IRA? Did you know you could lose 30, 40, even 50% of your investments when the market crashes? It's time you take control of your investments. For over 15 years, Phil'sGang.com's Phil Grandy has been teaching, coaching, and investing right along with all Phil's Gang members, making profits when the market is up or down. Phil'sGang.com posts daily market updates, has a live investing class, and all material is archived. Sounds too good to be true? Why not join thousands of satisfied Phil's Gang customers today? Go to philsgang.com, philsgang.com, or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. 877-600-4264.
For more information, simply go to philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264.
philsgang.com.
My name is Bill Kaufman, and I have been a gang member for 14 years. I am very excited and impressed with the new MV1 and MV2 software chart. I love the easy readability. Phil has added pre- and post-market candlesticks and the ability to create stock lists. The charts can now be viewed on your smartphone or tablet. I would recommend the Max Vector 1000 chart to any type of investor.
Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-4264. 877-600-4264.
As a mother, you don't want to have to worry about this bill is coming, but then she needs this chemo. That's a decision you shouldn't have to make.
El que San Jude no cobra ni un centavo para nosotros significa quitarnos todo ese estrés, esa preocupación y podernos enfocar en nuestra hija.
That was the first thing I was like, how are we going to do this? When St. Jude told us that we didn't have to pay a single bill, I was like, wow. They pretty much have saved us.
It's like the world has been lifted off of your shoulders, and now your focus is supporting this child.
There is not another hospital like St. Jude. The patient care is unmatchable. It saved my life. It saved my daughter's life. It saved our family.
Are you ready to get serious about your financial future? You know, reduce your debt, pay off those student loans, and prepare for retirement. Taking control of your finances can be intimidating, but with philsgang.com, you'll be educated and guided to make smart investment decisions in the stock market. If the market is up or down, philsgang.com is the only source where you'll learn how to trade stocks and how to invest in the stock market using professional-level skills and strategies. For more information, go to philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG, 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264. Welcome back to the Phil's Gang Show. Learn, invest, and profit with Phil Grandy. And be sure to check out philsgang.com.
And welcome back to Phil's Gang. You know, I listen to them every time during these elections. They always talk about minimum wage, need minimum wage. I think people should be paid according to their production, how productive they are, how aggressive they are. What's this minimum? There shouldn't be no minimum. Minimum keeps people locked in. Doesn't help people. Minimum wage doesn't help people. Minimum wage isn't for families or married people. Unbelievable. In a free country, people voluntarily accept employment. So all workers believe their current job to be their best choice. If a business paid its workers much less than they were worth, a competitor would offer more and hire them away. Am I correct? Why do you need minimum wage? What are you, stupid? It's all political. It's political. Businesses exist to make profit. So a business will not and should not pay its workers more just because it has profits available. Those are communists who believe that. Oh, they're making a lot of money. They better share it with everybody. No. Because the company's taking risk that the employee's not taking. But the employee should be paid for their productivity. That's what they should be paid for, their productivity. Workers get paid more only when they become more productive. But for them to become productive, we need the CEOs to do capital investment. Buy that worker a new tool, new machine, new technology so he can produce more. So that you will give him a wage hike. So then he goes out and spends. And when he goes out and spends, the economy improves. And when the economy improves, our lifestyle improves. It's unbelievable. Minimum wage, ridiculous. Okay, we've been talking this week about how frustrating it is for me that people think trading stocks is difficult. Investing in stocks is difficult. It's scary. It isn't. If you just understand why stocks go up and why stocks go down, it's storytelling. Do you think these guys on CNBC have any kind of special skill? Of course not. They try to dazzle you with all their fancy talk, their pompadour hairdos, their cheap suits, and their fancy talk. It's real simple. If you're going to buy a stock, and you got to decide, first of all, what do I want to do in the market? Why am I here? You're here because you only got two hands. Especially if you're on a wage. If you're on a wage, you're locked into making so much, and that's it. You want to take some of that money and get to work. Take just a little bit of that money and get to work. It's got to work for you. You shouldn't be working for it. And then you got to decide, am I busy? How much time can I dictate to this? How much time can I put into this? And if your answer is, oh, I'm just too busy. I don't have hardly any time. Well, I don't believe that, because everybody is watching football games and basketball games, and oh my God. You ever go to see how many C-SPAN sport channels there are on TV? ESPN? There's got to be 70 of them. 70 of them. My Lord. People don't have time? But that's for another day. But if a person is really a good person, he's frustrated, he knows he's not making enough money, he knows there's a retirement crisis, what do I do? Well, what you do is learn how to make money in the stock market so you can put some money in and let it work for you. But you won't do it because you've been scared to death. Because of all the stories. It's rigged. It is rigged. Of course it's rigged. It used to be that you and I would buy a stock and we determine the price. You and I would determine the price. Forgot that what the word was to throw that. But we would determine the price. We would determine it. Price discovery. Stock market's always been about price discovery. And what's price discovery? If I'm going to buy CPS or if I'm going to buy Starbucks and I'm going to look at it on a chart, I go to the chart and I look at Starbucks and I put it up in my chart and I look, and the stock right now on Starbucks is at $54.18. Well, shouldn't you say, okay, I'm going to buy for $54.18. And I go, no, I don't want to pay $54. I'll pay you $54.16. See, it's always bid and ask. Who's bidding and who's asking, and that's how you discover the worth of the stock. If you go to sell your house, I don't care. You can work. I love people when they sell their homes. All weekend they work hard, putting in rose bushes, cutting the lawn, they're sweating and works hard all weekend. And then they put their house on Monday. It's only worth $2.25. They put it on $3.25 because they think it's the best house in the neighborhood and they work so hard. A stock only has so much value, but those days are gone. The values that you see in stocks today, every stock is 50% overvalued, and the stock market's going to crash. So the best thing I would advise if you start out is put yourself in a position to make money when the market crashes or corrects. It's considered a crash after it goes down 10%. The simplest thing in the world, and I am the only one that I know in the country that teaches shorting a stock, so someone can understand it so easily. And I have my chart, the MV2, that tells you when the institutions are pulling their money out. Give you an example. Starbucks. The stock was doing well. It was green. It was doing green. It was green. It turned from red to green around June 2nd. And it went from $54, approximately $54, all the way up to about 58. 54 to 58. That's nice 7%. Now, that is nice gain. You made 7% on your money. Where are you going to make 7% on your money? You going to open up a business? What are you, nuts? Have help? People working for you and all the stupid stuff you have to do owning a business? Are you crazy? This is the best business in the world. You open your own business. How many people say, I wish I could find a little business for myself so I could be independent? Here it is. You got your own business. Every stock you buy is a business. So you just got to know when to get in, get out. And the technology today, my God, you don't believe the technology today? You know how many years we've had since we put people on the moon? You don't think technology has improved? I mean, the technology today is incredible. You don't think it can turn from red to green on June 2nd, telling us the institutions are buying, and then it turns red on August 2nd, telling you to get out? It does. And I'm going to give you this free for 30 days. You join the gang for $39.95 for 30 days, watch it, and you see it works. And the support that we give you is incredible. Here's another one, Starbucks. Starbucks was green on September 2nd. It was trading around $56. It turned red the next day, the 7th, and it dropped to $54. $54. 3.5% in 2 days. But you would have made money. You would have made money. Not only when it was green, you would have made money when it sold off. And I focus a lot on shorting stocks. It's not hard. If you can just know it's red and there's a button that says short, you push the button. That's all you got to know. Push it. Push the button. So join right now. 877-600-GANG. Get your free MV2 with a membership. Free for a month.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy at philsgang.com. You hear me talk about 401ks every day on my radio show. Why? Because it's such a disservice. 89 million Americans have a 401k. There's 638,000 plans. And the father of the 401k, Ted Brenner, even admitted they're a scam. He doesn't endorse them anymore because of the ridiculous fees. You got to get away from those fees. Remember, every 1% fee, they take 30% of your retirement money. The average fund is 2.5%. 60% of the money is going to be gone when you're ready to retire. You don't need to do that. There's an alternative. Join my gang, philsgang.com. philsgang.com. Seek out the alternative. Give yourself a break. philsgang.com. Sign up today.
Find out more at philsgang.com, philsgang.com, or call 877-600-4264, 877-600-4264, 877-600-4264.
My name is Bill Kaufman, and I have been a gang member for 14 years. I am very excited and impressed with the new MV1 and MV2 software chart. I love the easy readability. Phil has added pre- and post-market candlesticks and the ability to create stock lists. The charts can now be viewed on your smartphone or tablet. I would recommend the Max Vector 1000 chart to any type of investor.
Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-4264, 877-600-4264.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy at philsgang.com. You hear me talk about 401ks every day on my radio show. Why? Because it's such a disservice. 89 million Americans have a 401k. There's 638,000 plans. And the father of the 401k, Ted Brenner, even admitted they're a scam. He doesn't endorse them anymore because of the ridiculous fees. You got to get away from those fees. Remember, every 1% fee, They take 30% of your retirement money. The average fund is 2.5%. 60% of the money is going to be gone when you're ready to retire. You don't need to do that. There's an alternative. Join my gang, philsgang.com. philsgang.com. Seek out the alternative. Give yourself a break. philsgang.com. Sign up today.
Find out more at philsgang.com, philsgang.com, or call 877-600-4264, 877-600-4264, 877-600-4264.
As a mother, you don't want to have to worry about this bill is coming, but then she needs this chemo. That's a decision you shouldn't have to make.
At St. Jude, a family never sees a bill at all. It's like the world has been lifted off of your shoulders.
The treatment doesn't get any better than what you receive at St. Jude. It saved my life. It saved my daughter's life. It saved our family.
St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. Finding cures. Saving children. Learn more at stjude.org.
Phil Grandy is a career businessman who has also been an entrepreneur all his life. He has used his business skills to take companies on the abyss of bankruptcy and bringing them back to profitability. Phil has been honored by Inc. magazine for the 500 fastest growing privately held companies and has been recognized with the prestigious Entrepreneur of the Year award. From the real estate to gas and oil industries to the stock market, Phil Grandy has mastered his line of business from start to finish. And with a passion and desire to make you a profitable investor, only Phil teaches you and guides you to make informed, unemotional investment decisions. And you'll gain the knowledge of what Wall Street doesn't want you to know. If you want to learn from the best and strengthen your ability to invest, then turn to Phil Grandy and philsgang.com. Simply call Phil's Gang at 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Or go to philsgang.com. Are you ready to make profits in the stock market? Why not check out philsgang.com or give us a call, 877-600-4264.
And welcome back to Phil's Gang. Let me give you the number, 877-600-GANG. So you become part of our family, part of the gang. You'll learn how to make money when the market goes down. If you think you're going to be lucky that the market's not going to crash again, this is going to be the worst crash ever. This will be the third big crash because the stocks are so overvalued. It's incredible. But that's okay. Think of the MV2 as buying an insurance policy. You also can use it not only for your individual stock, but also to track your mutual fund, your 401k. Because if you start seeing the banks turn red, from green to red, and you start seeing the S&P turn from green to red, you know it's time to get out of your mutual fund. It's time to get out of your 401k. Take some cash off. Do something. Yeah. And that's how valuable it is. You can use it as an insurance policy, and it works. And I'm proving it to you by, all you got to do is be a gang member for a month, $39.95, and you get the $24.95 MV2 free. But if you become a member as a gang member, though, you're going to get everything. You're going to learn how to use the MV1 chart. That's for people who want to be investing 2 to 5 days, which, by the way, is what J.P. Morgan does, Goldman Sachs does, Bank of America does. Yeah, that's right. That's what they do. Don't think they sit there and buy and hold forever. What are you, nuts? They're the biggest day traders in the world. Now they trade a quarter of a penny. No, that's not what we do. If you take the MV2, we try to work stocks between 2 and 5 days. And people love that. And then you got the other people who are very, very busy. They just don't have time. They don't have time to learn. And there's nothing better than the MV2. But it's amazing to me, everybody's talking about, the economy's good, the economy's good. Economy's good? What drives me nuts is consumer spending. They're always saying how the economy's good and the consumer's strong. Consumer's strong. Really? Consumer spending they always talk about. Well, consumer spending is not what drives the economy. That's right. Consumer spending doesn't drive the economy. People don't believe that. An extra dollar of investment, government spending, or net exports add more to GDP as does $1 of consumer spending. That's right. In fact, until recently, consumer spending was 65% of our GDP. Then, as savings fell, because Obama dropped savings from 5% down to nothing, consumer credit became more available and less expensive. So they decided to give more credit, make it less expensive. Consumers started to spend like crazy. It rose to 70% of the economy. This is a bad thing. We need to save more and spend less of our income, because then our grandchildren and children will be better off. Consumer spending is not what drives the economy. What drives the economy is CEOs of companies doing capital investment. When they invest in machinery and tools so that you as a worker is more productive, so then he will give you a wage increase, and then you go out and start consuming. See, it's not the consumption that drives the economy. It's the CEO of companies. It's called capital investment, and that's what drives the economy. Savings drive the economy, because with savings, companies can go in and borrow money for their company to add more workers, to buy more inventory. And when this administration slashed savings, our economy stopped growing, because companies couldn't, small businesses on Main Street could not go borrow. In fact, there's more businesses closing their doors today than ever because of the environment of high regulations and cutting the legs out of the small business person, where he has very little access to money. He's not big enough to go to Wall Street. He used to go to all the community banks. But Obama, owned by and Bush, same thing, owned by the banks, they said, Goldman Sachs says, we don't want to buy the community savings bank in Wichita, Kansas. Put them out of business for us. Put so many regulations on them that they're going to choke to death, and then we'll go in and buy them pennies on the dollar. And that's what he did. Hillary Clinton's going to do the same thing because she's owned by the banks. So what are you going to do? It all comes. We can listen to the news every night. Yes, I want everybody to be interested in the election. I want you to learn. But when it comes tonight, when you go to bed and you put your head on the pillow, no matter what we saw in the news that day, it's not going to affect your life one bit. When you're in your room all alone, you put your head on the pillow and you go through the day, you're going to be scared to death. You're going to say, how much more money did I put away for my retirement? Yes, it's fun. You're enjoying the news and all the controversy going on. But when you're by yourself in the dark and you put your head on the pillow, it's about taking care of your own garden. Never mind your neighbor's garden. Never mind the world's garden. Take care of your own garden. Hoe your own garden. And it's the same thing with investing. If you're going to create wealth, it's not going to be in your house anymore. Those days are gone. That dope Bush convinced everybody in 2001 to go and extract $1.4 trillion out of their homes of equity to go spend. What an idiot. He's the one that caused today's biggest crises, is the retirement crises. We're going to take sure that we're not going to be one of those. You can simply buy Starbucks. Right now, Starbucks is red. Starbucks, you'd be selling short. I'm going to make sure that you're going to sell short. You will make money going short much, much faster than trying to buy stocks. I'm probably the only program in this country, teaching format, that focuses so much on shorting a stock. I'm trying to convert people to show them shorting a stock is terrific, because stocks fall so much faster. And we got the biggest bubble in history that's ready to crash. Give you an example. Starbucks. It was doing beautifully. Beautifully. It went from $54 back in June 24th, and then it went all the way up to where it turned red to $58. And it turned red. 6% return, but it told me when to get out. You think your broker's going to tell you to get out? You think he's going to tell you, when you go, what should I do? What do you think he's going to say to you? Are you nuts?
You're fine. You don't pay attention to the value of your house every day. You don't pay attention to your portfolio every day.
Boy, what advice that is. He wants you to stay in because he gets 40%. He gets 40% of the size of the fund that Starbucks is in. Here's the number, 877-600-GANG. Do yourself a favor, but do your kids a favor. Start teaching them. Start teaching them young how to save. Start teaching them how to invest in the market. Explain to them the market has nothing to do with these jibber jabbers they see on CNBC or Fox or anything in the newspapers. It has nothing to do with it. You don't have to know anything about a company. Nothing. And you don't care if the fourth quarter, the fifth quarter, the sixth quarter, all the earnings are negative. What do you care? You still make money. See, that's the beautiful thing. We make money no matter what the economy is doing because I have you equipped and taught you to short. You really think it's hard to short a stock? Are you nuts? The technology does it for you. It does. When it turns from green to red, it says a little button, short, short. And when it goes down and turns green again, get out. Look, I'm not telling you, there's no such thing as easy money. There's no such thing. And on 5 transactions, you can lose on 3 and still be ahead because you control. That's right. 5 transactions. I always tell my students, 5 transactions, you can lose on 3 and cover those losses so quick and have 2 great runs, and you'll always do well. But the real key to making money in the stock market, a real key that nobody ever talks about, I will tell you that when I get back. Right now, call 877-600-GANG. Join my gang and get your free MV2 for 4 weeks. You'll love it.
Listening to Phil's Gang with your host, Phil Grandy, on the Off the Wall Street Radio Network. Off the Wall Street Radio Network. Remember to visit Phil's website at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Or call the office, 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.